Hello everyone. In this video, we'll be talking about the net profit margin of a company, one of the biggest measures to evaluate a stock. What is net profit margin? Net profit margin shows how much profit a company actually keeps from its revenue. It looks at what's left after all expenses are paid, not just how much a company sells. Because it's shown as a percentage, it makes it easy to compare profitability across different businesses. A company can have high revenue and still have a low net profit margin, which is why this metric is so important. Net profit margin is calculated by dividing net profit by revenue and then multiplying 100 to get a percentage. Revenue represents the total sales a company generates, while net profit is what remains after all expenses are paid, including operating costs, interest, and taxes. This formula helps investors understand how much profit a company earns for every dollar it brings in, making it a key measure of profitability. Suppose a restaurant earns $50,000 in monthly revenue. After paying for food, rent, staff wages, and utilities, total expenses come out to $45,000. That leaves $5,000 as net profit. When we divide 5,000 by 50,000 and multiply it by 100, we get a net profit margin of 10%. This means that the restaurant keeps $1 in profit for every $10 it earns. Why does net profit margin matter? It matters because it shows how profitable a company really is. Some industries like tech tend to have higher margins, while others like retail and grocery operate with much thinner margins. Investors use this metric to see which companies are efficient and which ones may struggle, especially during economic turndowns. High versus low net profit margin. Net profit margin can look very different depending on the industry. Companies with high net profit margins usually keep a larger portion of each dollar they earn because they have strong pricing power or lower operating costs. This is common in industries like technology and software. On the other hand, companies with low net profit margins often face high costs or intense competition, such as retailers or airlines. A low margin doesn't necessarily mean a bad business. It usually reflects the industry the company operates in, which is why margins should always be compared within the same industry. To sum it up, net profit margin shows how much profit a company keeps after all expenses are paid. It focuses on efficiency, not just revenue. The formula helps break profit down per dollar earned, and real life examples show that margins can vary widely by industry. That's why net profit margin is one of the most important metrics for understanding a company's true profitability. Thank you.